Okay, good evening, everyone. You're welcome to the 12th class in this series. Today we are going to be looking at multimedia tools and applications. We started image, so image is actually part of what we are doing. So we are going to, instead of just focusing only on image, we are going to be looking at other things. Um, I think the basic principle where we stopped last time, I'm going to quickly kind of share a screen because time did not permit us to go through what I wanted to go through. Okay, so we're going to kind of go through them now as the last part of that particular image distance. So um again, I want to remind us that we are here to for two objectives: learning, the capabilities of AI and exploring what we can, use it for. And then our class normally Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. to 8:30. So we are going to go straight into this because we have actually done all the background and we even started something around the practicals. I think we generated some very nice and interesting pictures the other time that we met. So of course we interact with this thing by what we call prompting. Prompting will keep on reoccurring because the boom that has recently happened in the AI industry is because our operating system, which I consider the communication, has actually been successfully broken by the computer. And that's why people are worried. Because what makes us different is that we can communicate with each other. And this was made possible by the algorithm, which is GPT, generative pre-trained transformers that run large language model. So language is what man has over machine. Right now it has been broken. And for us to interact with the same machine, we probably use what we call prompting. Prompting is simply kind of giving it some instructions directly. Okay, so prompting is not only done by text. Prompting can be done by various things. I think we have seen where I will use image. Sometimes you use pictures, sometimes you upload document and everything. So prompting is not just texting. It could involve other things. Currently, where the whole thing is going to now is even voice prompting, where you can have a conversation with AI. And you can see that we had the voice feature when we introduced ChatGPT. So right now we are going to look at prompting. The last class I was trying to share something with us, so I'm going to quickly stop sharing and go through what I wanted to run through before time caught up with us in the last class. So hold on. Okay. So this was what I was trying to share, right? Some people, I think this is in the LMS, so please, I'm not going to um, waste so much time trying to break them down. If you go to the LMS, you'll be able to download this particular document. But this is just to help us. For people that have no clue, I saw some people asking questions in the last class. How do you even know how to even put all these things? So it's all about what we discussed, right? It's all about what we discussed. Sorry, iPhone Michael, do you want to say something? Your hand is up.
Yes, sir. You said, good evening, sir. So sorry, the place that I am is a little bit noisy.
Okay.
You said that we should go to the LMS and we will get to the. But I've been trying to access the LMS drive and I've sent multiple requests to be granted access, but see yet, I've not been able to access it. I didn't know how you can help me with that.
Yeah, I remember asking in the last before we closed, because I shared it with everybody. It's not like is it a special case to you? I want to know Okay, let me now ask that question. Has anybody been able to open any PDF documents that we shared on the LMS? Let's address that once and for all. Okay, so we're going to look into I don't know the PDF is supposed to be open. There's no restriction. Let me. Okay, so we are talking about how do we kind of the prompting for normal text and documents are not exactly the same with when we talk about images. The dynamic starts changing. I talked about you having like a subject and all that environment and stuff like that. Some of the terms practically you could use is African male, African female, right? Now you need to look at something like black software developer. You can see our specific. There are three things there: black, okay, it could equally be property developer. It could equally be project manager. So those three things are all qualifiers. Black software developer kind of gives an image of what the subject is referring to. You can equally have young adults, middle-aged, elderly. So what am I trying to say? If you look at, I'm not saying that these things are separate, but these are the kind of things you can consider. Okay, the next one I have professional, casual, formal attire. This is like appearance, talking about appearance. So if you look at the first four that I've, passed through, you can combine them all in case you don't understand what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say here, you can see like a black African male software developer of mid-age. You can see what I'm trying to say now. You see how I coined it. So I'm just giving you like terms that you could use. So it's not like the first line is different from second line. So you could look at like the countenance of the person. Is it countenance? Is it like a confident person? Is it smiling? Is it thinking? Is the person curious? Is the person angry? And all that. I can't put everything, but this gives you like a clue of how you can, go ahead and put it together. Is the person standing? Is the person sitting? Is there walk? He says like this is all about actions, right? Now you're talking about um so you look at other things, close up, full body portrait. So sometimes people just give prompt and then they don't specify, okay, do you want the person to be sitting in an office with like a portrait or something? Okay. Now you can see even the size of the person. A lot of people have never taken time to look at the size. For instance, if you are trying to do something for people that are oversized or something, you want to maybe make an advert about like a drug that can help reduce weight or something like that. Exercise people can do. You can use something like slim plus size and everything. So these are like things that the first part of this is giving you an idea of the subject. Okay, so you can equally look at the environment. Okay, environment could be in the village. You can say it's a village square. You can say it's African village, something like that. Futuristic tech lab, classroom, is it workshop, is it a conference, Is it outdoor urban scene? Outdoor urban scene is like Lagos and all that. Now, if it's an African outdoor urban scene, please put African outdoor urban scene. Okay? If you say outdoor urban scene, it might give you outdoor urban scene from Switzerland, something like that, because it's a large language model. So the more you qualify some of these things that you want to get out from it, the better for you. Okay. If you want to go industrial, you can say refinery plants, industrial setting. All these words have their equivalent images that can be what composited together. You know, minimal studio background, clean white background. So some of these things help you to what, clarify what you want. Now the style, okay. Now sometimes it could be a flat 2D. Okay, 2D is the one we gave example of that one in the last class. Vector graphics. I've talked about bitmap, vector, and raster, right? Bitmap and raster, they are the same thing. But vector graphics, if you want this thing to be a vector graphics, you can put it there. Minimalistic without, you saw where we talked about minimalistic without so much, components inside there or elements. If it's a cartoon, okay, you say, okay, in this particular case, I want a cartoon. So if you say a black female, whatever, 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 you might have to say, okay, this person is going to be in a modern office, but make it a flat 2D something, something. So this is just like a template I'm giving to all of you. You could use it, and then when you start getting used to it, I'm not sure you're going to require these templates. Okay, isometric, anime, pixel art, watercolor, paper cut style, storybook illustration, outline illustration. These things are very keywords, very important keywords. Style keywords, okay, 3D realism. So you can add 3D render if you want it to be a bit real, okay? Claymaton, Pixar style, high poly, low poly, hyper realistic, photorealistic, HDR, sorry, high definition, realistic photo, cinematic, ultra detailed. So you can see these are terms for those that were asking, how do we know? So I started off using some of these things when I started, but right now I must be honest with you, because I generate images almost on a daily basis. I don't really need some of these things again. So I have my way around it, which I showed in the last class. Mood, professional, friendly, futuristic, energetic, calm, serious, inspirational. Playful, is it corporate, is it spiritual? All these things I'm dropping now are hint to, you understand? Nobody will going to sit down and kind of drop this thing. So how I did it is that anytime I see prompts from online, let me just give you guys how I did all these things. I take the picture, I go to any of the AI tools, I say, please describe this picture for me. So I pick some of the keywords and I am building my own terms and I'm sharing with you guys freely. Bright color, pastel color, monochrome, dark mode, neon color, blue purple gradient. You saw that blue purple gradient in the other one we generated in the last class. Edge tune, one palette, cool palette. Okay, lightning, you can see some of the, you want it to be golden, a high contrast, volume light and everything, diffuse shadow. So what you guys are going to do is to combine some of these terms to generate images. So our task for the next task is going to be dropping tomorrow. Okay, and the deadline for that task is going to be by this time. Sorry, on Thursday before 12 midnight. So camera angle, okay, high level shots, overhead, low angle shots, wide shots, closed up. So you can equally control see, this thing I'm giving you guys are very, very high, level description that will help you. I will even call it a low level description because it's now going into, after describing this thing. So people don't take time to actually describe their picture. They will say, just give me this. No, this is the reason why people, if you see the images I generated from even just ordinary WhatsApp, You'll be wondering, how did I do all those things? Like some of you witnessed in the last class. So is here some panoramic view and everything. Camera, you can even talk about camera lens because these things. Remember, I told you that we are now dealing with generative pre-trained transformers that have been trained with billions of parameters. I think the last count was 200 billion. I think they are getting to a trillion parameters now. So there's nothing that this AI cannot handle. I just want to let you know. So you can even go to the extent of telling it the focal length of the camera, try it and you see the outcome. Composition word. Now, do you want it to be center? Rule of third, like divide the screen into three. Okay. Do you want it to be symmetric, equal? Maybe is it horizontal symmetry or vertical symmetry? Minimal layouts, hello banner callouts, empty text to the right. So you can give it a space, empty text space, so that you can take the picture and go and complete design somewhere else. Balance composition and all that. Now we have quality enhancement words, right? You can see 4K. This is similar to the camera description I showed you. High details, ultra sharp, 4K resolution, and all that. Smooth shading, highly refined, and clean gradient. Those that are into UI UX or graphics will really appreciate this because this is their language. Okay. Graphics design. Now, infographic layouts, icon based. Remember, there was a one that when we took the picture from online and it was described, it said icons floating in the air. So some of these things are important, diagram style, like diagram means they are going to be labeled, okay, dashboard interface, thin line, wireline frame interface, schematic drawing, minimal UI. So now let's talk about the negative prompting words. Can you still hear me? I hope I'm not breaking up.
I can hear you, sir.
Okay. So now this is when, please pay attention to this last one because a lot of people kind of ignore this, and then the AI tools begin to give you something you don't want. So if you don't need any text, please be specific. These are what we call negative prompting words. So negative prompting is making specific demand not to include a particular thing or prompt. Add no text, no watermark, no distortion, no extra lib, no blur, okay, no cluster, no articraft, no misalignment, anatomy, no busy background, no reflection, no noise, and all that. So for special aesthetic keywords, cyberpunk, Afrofuturistic, like Wakanda, steampunk, vaporwave, retrofuturistic, fantasy art, science fiction, sci-fi, neon noir, like black neon, and tech minimalism. So for web, wide hero banner, left align. These are some of the things you saw in the other one. Left align subject, right align subject, upper third placement, floating UI elements, modern corporate illustration, clean professional layout. So now what we are experiencing here now is that if you are able to kind of combine all these things, right, you can see it's a lot. So those that ask the question, here you have your answer. Go and use it. Okay. You don't have to think about. But again, like I said, if you see a picture you like, you can take that picture to any AI tool that can describe picture, analyze picture. Because I told you that for image, AI tools can be broadly categorized into three. The first one is to generate image. The second one is to what? Edit image. And then the third one is to analyze image. So I kind of give you a pragmatic experience of what image analysis could be. Like, send an image and ask AI to describe the image. So take the description from that particular AI tool and then go to the one that you're interested to paste it. And when you are looking at it, before you even send it, please try to read it. The more you read those prompts, in fact, what I might even advise you to do is don't even generate prompts. Download a lot of image. Okay, if you want to become professional in this, you can see that you see that some people are going to be extremely good with to do. Pick some of these images, go to an AI to paste it, say generate, describe it for me, copy the description, store it somewhere. Now, what you are going to do is that read the description and look at the picture. It will give you an idea of, oh, okay, this is what this thing actually means. This is how to learn. I'm telling all of you now. This is how I learned. There's nothing, I did not go to any school to go and learn how to generate images. By the time AI generates images, I can now see, remember I told you the objectives of this course is to understand, to know what AI is capable of doing, and then you know what AI can be used to do. So when I see how it describes images, I now begin to understand, okay, when it sees this particular term, when I read it in details, I say, okay, this is what this thing means, this is what this thing means. If you practice it often, you're going to realize that you're going to, kind of improve in this particular skill. So I'm going to stop here. This thing is already shared with all of you. All right, so let me go back to the slide. Okay, I'm going back to the slide now. So we have these AI tools, right? Then this is what I just went through now. Prompting for images. Okay, common tips in image generation. Documents will be shared on the LMS, so it has already been shared. So today, because image is our gateway into the multimedia, we are going to actually start. And today, I think I'm going to focus on Canva because if you actually understand what happens in Canva, I think it is easier for. We are going to look at some of these things, maybe not in this class. Now, while we are wrapping up, because the next we are going to look at is video, then we look at productivity tools. When we look at productivity tools, I think we are good to go, right? We would have covered everybody's concern in this. So now, some of them we have their pricing. Canva is $12.99 per month. I think right now I just paid 2,000 something, so it's not up to this now. Anyway, it depends on the level. So for the image, right? I'm not the one that generated this. So people have compared this thing. I won't come here and say I have enough time to go and be comparing different AI tools. So I took this thing from they call themselves Vengage.com is a blog. Of all the ones that I came across, I think I liked the way they actually laid out their own comparison. So I took this from there. So this is me. I think the link is here also giving them credit. So for Canva, for images, you have Canva that, and then Mid Journey. So let's look at Canva. Canva stands for quick marketing visuals. That's what it's good at. Okay, it is easy to use for social media managers and small businesses. So that's what we are going to be looking at. Okay, They say I'm breaking at some point. Is it better now? Can I continue?
Yes, we can continue, sir.
Okay, so the image generating tools that we have here, I was going to start with Canva. You can see the comparison there. The that is actually, is it DAL E or something, but it's actually from OpenAI. Okay, it has full features available with ChatGPT plus subscription. So if you don't have that subscription, you might not have access to that. Okay. It gives you high quality detailed images, right? Is it easy to use? Yes. Okay. Customization is very moderate. Okay. And then marketers is used for marketers, bloggers, content creators as well. Mid Journey, there is no free tier in Mid Journey. Mid Journey, you start paying immediately. Mid Journey used to access it through Discord, but now they build their own website. So it starts from $10 per month. So if you don't have money, just forget about Mid Journey because there are other tools that you can use. That's one thing about AI. AI gives us a lot of options. It's turning artistic images, right? Ease of use, moderate. Customization is very high, and that's why the price is high. You can customize it to your taste. Okay, usually used by one graphic designers, artists. So Mid Journey is actually something for professionals if you are making journey. So there are other ones like photo. Okay, so photo you start from 8.99. Good for fast, simple visuals. It's very easy to use. You cannot really customize much for bloggers, social media managers, and casual users. Um, Deep AI $5 per month. Varies in quality sometimes. It is inconsistent. Easy, but it is moderate. It's actually used for developers, people that are hobbyists at the budget. Crayon is free, but has low quality and is unpredictable. Of course, some people are trying to, you know, try their product and see if they can. So they make it free available, and then when they are approved on it, of course, they'll bring in the price. It's very easy to use. There's nothing like customization there.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so the image tools, let me go over them, right? So we have different image tools. So they have their strengths and weaknesses. So I like the way Vengage.org.com actually kind of laid it out. So I think it's easy. I took this from there, their comparison. So starting with than this, I think okay. So we are going to look at the image generating tools that we have. Okay, even though many of them are more than just generating tools, that's why we titled this particular class multimedia because we are moving away from image. So starting off with Canva, there are comparison. We have Canva, DAO, which is from OpenAI, then Midjourney. These are actually the biggest three in the market. So for Canva, the price is from this comparison, I see $12.99, but I don't think for Nigerians, I think I paid 2000 something just for 1 month. And then please, when you are paying, make sure it's one off because if you don't, once you put your card there, it will be kind of debiting your account every cycle. So ensure that you make it a one off. It's actually decent for quick marketing visuals, and of course, most of us are not really professional developers and everything. Um, it is easy to use. You can't really customize much because original is but it's best for social media managers and small businesses. I use Canva a lot, so that's why, of course, that's why it's number one. You know, the Open AI one, that's DAO, and we have full features available with a ChatGPT Plus. So if you pay for ChatGPT, you don't have to pay for it again. That's what they are trying to say here. It has high quality, detailed images, of course. Easy to use, customization to some extent for marketers, bloggers, and content creators because these are people that seriously use it for business. Then the Mid Journey does not have any free trial or something. You start, you pay immediately $10 per month. Okay, it's more professional, stunning artistic images. It's moderate, somehow easy to use. It's easy to use actually. I've used it, so I know it's very easy to use. Customization is very, very, very high. So you can keep on giving it prompt and customize it to your taste. It's actually used for professionals like graphic designers and you know, um, fine artists and brand managers as well. So there's another one photo, 8.99 per month. Good for fast, simple visuals. It's easy to use customer. Anyone that's easy to use, customization is going to be very low. Customization simply means can you tune it to exactly what you want? So that's what you call customization. So it's actually used for by bloggers, social media, and casual users as well. Deep AI, $5 per month is very, very moderate. You know, it's not really consistent. Of course, look at the price now compared to the other ones. Developers use it, hobbies use it. People that are budget conscious, people that don't want to spend so much money on this. There's Crayon, it's free. Of course, because it's free, it has low quality, it's unpredictable, very easy to use. Customization, there's no customization for meme creators, and casual users as well. Adobe Firefly is for those that are within the Adobe ecosystem. Of course, Adobe ecosystem, you're talking about Photoshop. Photoshop, you have Adobe Illustrator, we have Lightroom, you have After Effects, we have Adobe Premiere Pro. So all these things have AI integrated with them, just like you have Copilot for Microsoft's, products. Then the last one is Night Cafe. This is the last slide for this comparison. 9.99 for those that are good with arts, good for AI generated artwork. Okay, it's easy to use. You can customize it because you are like directing like a painter. It's used for artists. Okay, so if you want to do something that are very artistic, I don't think you should go to like Mid Journey and all those. So the particular one that fits you. The another AI is free with limited access, of course. There's equally paid plan that varies. High quality professional visual. So this will their model is to allow you to test it a bit with limited plan. So customization here is very high. It's used by designers, game developers, and professionals. So then you have Pixar. Okay. Starts from 4.99. That's almost $5. Decent AI generated image, easy to use, moderate. used by marketers, social media managers. So why am I looking at all these things? Why I took my time to bring some of them is that, of course, the material will be shared, with everybody. For you to understand, Lawrence cannot sit down and if I start teaching you just image generation, I'll waste all your time just for images. So what I am to do is let everybody know what is obtainable out there in the market, and that's what I have done. Okay, so having done that, let us take a look at Canva. Okay, practical, because I have seen that there are a lot of similarities with all these tools. So because it is not possible for us to look at all of them individually, we can use one, and then if we have time, we can look at other ones. So right now we are going to Canva. Canva, there is paid version also, but there is free version. That's why we are using Canva, because if I use Johnny, for instance, I will shut a lot of people out. So for those that even the Canva, I think okay, I think it's even Canva that I paid 2,000 something. Not, oh, sorry, it was Canva. I mixed it up. Canva is not that expensive. It's 2,000. So the slide is correct. So this slide is correct. Okay. Oh, it's Canva. Yeah. What am I doing? All right. So when you register, when you to ask you what I just choose anything. You might manage my brand. You can choose you want to start or grow your business or something, personal project. So this is the first screen that will come in. So this is how it looks. We are going to actually do practical here, open it up. So just to show you, the next 30 minutes, you're going to just play around the Canva. So let me just show you some of the features. Now, if you look, why I zoomed into this is that there are 5 basic things that Canva will help you to do. And now, if you look at, pay attention to this, you see your design, you see templates, you see Canva AI. So you have to go, we are going straight to, because this class is about AI, it's not about this. If it's about design, I'll take my time to teach you how Canva is used. Okay. So I'm directing you towards what specifically concerns us. So there's what they call Canva AI. It's not that Canva has not had like smart tools before now. Okay, Canva had smart tools before now, but they have introduced Canva AI as a few feature on its own, right? Um, what we are going to do now is to go into it and show you all this, but I just want to illustrate. So you have, when you click on Canva AI, like you're seeing here, is there a notation this thing that we can use? Okay. So you can see my pointer now. This is what you need to click, right? When you go, so when you click on it, these 5 things here will appear. So what are the AI multimedia stuff you can do with Canva? Number one, you can do design like flyers and all that. You can generate images, which is what we are going to demo here. You can equally generate documents as well, like ChatGPT. You can equally generate code, and then you can generate videos. So these are the 5 things as at December 2025. They might add, as of the time I'm making this video, there are just 5 things there. They might add a feature. So look at these are, like, you can see video code, image design, write code, image design. Is actually corresponding to what I just showed you, right? There are a lot of them. Okay. You can see templates here and there. Okay. At the end of the day, the 5 things I showed you, you will see how they are used. So for instance, if you click on design, it will further expand. It will remove every other thing and expand to the sub elements in the design. So if you want to close it back, you click on this X in the design and close it back. So let's look at design. You can see there is social media, there is presentation, there is marketing, there is car certification, there is logo. So you can choose any of these to switch on the mode of the design you want. So I'm going to stop sharing now, and then we are going to go right straight into doing it, because all this class will not make any sense if we don't actually, practice what we are doing. So I'm going to open Canva now. All right, let's start. All right, so this is Canva, right? For people that have not used it before, what you have here is you have your left menu, okay? Let's start from the left menu. You can put it in, put it out again. So this one are like some of the, if I have design that have been shared with you by people and the one I've shared with people or my past work, you can see them here. If I want to invite people also, I can do that here. But if I don't want this particular paint to show, there is this arrow here on top of here, close menu. You can close the menu. Okay. So this part now is made up of what? Different commands. You see a command called create. I'm looking at the left bar, right? So you have create. When you click on create, okay, you see this thing comes out. Now, what do you want to create? Remember, I said there are three things. You can create a design, you can create a template, or you can go to AI. So if I click on AI, this is activated by AI mode, right? So the first thing you pay attention, don't try to cram so much here. Okay. First thing you pay attention to is this plus sign, create, because that's where you come from. Home is just going back to the original, right? This is, home shows you everything. It goes back to the design mode, your design, not AI. Okay. Can I zoom this thing in? Okay, I can. So you see, you have three things here, right? Your design, the template. So the home takes you back to this design. What can you design? You can see there are other things here, right? So the type of design, is it image, is it video, is it a file? Category, okay. Are you looking at email, poster, flight, document, resume, Facebook post, and all that, worksheet? Who is the owner? Okay. Is it shared with you? So you can claim the owner, you can share with other people, date modified. So all these things, you can do a search of all the design that are here. So if you have maybe 5,000 design, you can search with noting whether it's an image and the category and who the owner is. Is it shared with you, so that the search will be faster. That's what all these things is. So your design contains design that you have done in the past that have been shared with you and you share with other people as well. So you look at home, right? Home takes you back to this. The next thing you are going to be looking at this is projects. I like the fact that we have done ChatGPT. So if I click on project now, see what is going to happen. You see, you can give it a project name. So you can create a project, right? You can equally search projects. Okay. If your project is this, if you want to create, look at this plus sign, you can add a new project. So similar to what we saw in ChatGPT, it is not good for you to create a lot of images and everything and you don't organize it. So I'll give you an example. I can be working on an image for a proposal, it may be for an oil company. I want to put everything I generate for that proposal there. If I'm creating another proposal for maybe an agro-based company, okay, I'll create another folder so that every image I'm generating will be inside that folder. That's like a project. So it helps me to organize myself. So the next time I'm going to be looking for it, I'm not going to be looking for it all over the place. So it is similar to what I showed you people in ChatGPT creating projects. And you can equally share the project they have created. So why I took my time to explain those ones. So you see that these things are similar. Okay, they're applying the same principles. So the template now, okay, are like designs that are free for people to use. Now, there are designs online that people have done and submitted, and they've made it available to everybody to use. That is simply what is called template. Meaning that if you want to come to Canva to do a design, you don't necessarily have to start afresh. You can go into templates. So the template can be a video, it can be social media, it can be a website template and all that. So you can see explore templates. So if I click on presentation now, meanwhile, we have not started going to the AI yet though. This presentation template. So let me say I want a template on agro. Let me say agro based. I don't know whether it will be there online. Let me just search. Okay, you can see it's giving me some agro tech. Look at this. I can simply download this template if I like it and then start working with it. Okay, so you can see nature challenge, agri farm, and all that. You see, biotech. You know, look at these are all the templates you can see. So assuming I like this one, I click on it, then it gives me. Now, whenever you are searching template, please check whether your own needs to upgrade to pro because me I've paid though. That's why I'm having access to all these things. I can now click on what? Customize templates. So if I can click on customize templates, it's going to take me to another place where I am going to now start editing the templates. Some of these things you are seeing now, look at it here. It's like PowerPoint. Okay. Remember, I'm not here to teach you all this things. See, if my own is law firm, okay, all I need to do is I'll say law agro, something like that. You see? Now you can see every page can be customized. So those that are finding it difficult to do very nice presentations, right? You can see you have a lot of them here. I can put my own watchword, agriculture for life, something like that. Okay, that's my own. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that you can actually customize all these things. Um, to be honest, I might not be able to teach everything here now, but let me just try and give you a bird eye view so that you appreciate it. So first of all, everything you see on this slide, they are referred to as elements. So that's the name. This is an element, the text is an element, blah, 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 blah. So if you look at this side, right, look at the left-hand side, you're going to see elements. So if you click on elements, you see there are elements that you can add to the slide, right? You can add a shape, you can add a frame, you can add rectangle, you can see elements, table, square, frame, and all that. Now, if you scroll down also, you see there are other elements you can add. So this one, okay, you can even generate image, okay, you can generate code, generate video, and add to the elements. So if you want 3D, you click on 3D, see 3D like this, okay. So how do you put it? All you need to do is to drag it and drop it. Simple. This is the easiest of them. So again, let me repeat what I said. Elements are the major things. Everything here, there are different elements. So if you want to get more of it, you click on elements, right? Or here. Okay, when you click on elements, it gives you different things. So if you click on shape, you bring out shapes for you. You can color the shapes and everything. So again, even if you don't remember anything in editing, remember what elements. Very, very important because there are other elements that you have here. Okay, you have text. Okay, text will give you um the font size. Okay, you can put some effect on the text and all that. So again, just like the elements, all you need to do is drag and drop. Okay. For instance, if I like this new project or roller, I can drag this new project, drop it here. Once I drop it here, it becomes part of this. Okay. So you can see I can reduce it. Okay. I can reduce it. And one thing about this also is that if I want only new, Okay, I can remove projects. That's one good thing about it. So they are not, even though they came in together, they actually detached. You can see I have only new here. So so text, you can drag in text when you see anyone you want. You can actually start with a plain canvas. So this is not actually AI, but I'm just kind of giving you a overview about this is what you're going to see in almost all the design. Okay, text, you can put brands, put logo and everything. You can add logo, you can add color and everything. So everything here, you can upload a photo from your, if you want to customize this thing, for instance, if I click on upload now, I'll go and find a file in my system, okay, and upload. So this is very, very easy to use, open to everyone. Okay. There is free version. I don't know. I'm looking for an image now that I want to upload. Um, Let me just upload anything. I don't know what I'm trying to do, Sha. Okay, so any of the slide you want to work on, you can click on that one. The slide will show up. Okay. So the slide show up. You can actually modify some of these things. Okay. You can equally animate them, right? So this is upload. These are tools. You have text, you have sticky notes, you have to draw line, you can draw shape. This one just to draw freehand sketch. Also, you can you can put a table. You can equally create projects here. Okay. So at the end of the day, if you are satisfied with what you have done, you click on file, right? And then you download it. Okay. You click on download. Now it's giving you options. Okay. You have PDF, compressed PDF, flattened PDF, um, include notes, password protection, and all that, 10 pages. So another one, you can see PowerPoint. Okay. There are different, these are PDFs, these PowerPoints. Okay. Right. So let me just, you are saving on the premium. Wait, I thought I paid. Okay, it's downloading. So that's I don't want to go into teaching you this thing because at the end of the day, that's not why we are here. So let me go back to here, right? I'm closing this up back. So what I was saying is that templates, was what led us to creating our own PowerPoint and downloading it. Now let us go to the reason why we are here. Whenever you come to Canva, all you need to do for the purpose of AI, there are a lot to do. Canva alone, I can use like 3 days to teach only Canva. So let me go straight to the AI. So you click on Canva AI. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the prompting will come in handy. So when you click on AI, you see what I was saying. Okay, if you zoom in a bit, you see that you're going to have your design. 5 things as at now, okay, because tomorrow this interface might change. So you have design, you have image, you have document, you have code, you have video clip. All right. So if you want to do image, let me start with the image. Let me just jump design a bit. Okay, so when you click on AI, you have the design, the image, these are the 5 things that are available under the AI. So we are specifically now in the Canva AI because this is different from the Canva as a tool, because Canva has a lot of things, but right now they have built in a special AI package, right? Which like I paid like 2,000 something to, you can pay just 2,000 something to explore it for like a month and see if it's something that you want to continue. So I don't know what is in your own, but if you click on Canva AI, see there are 5 things: design, the image, the doc, the code, and the video. So it helps you to generate any of these things, right? I said I'm going to go to image, right? And then when you go to image, you can see, you can style the image, right? Look at it. It gives you sample of images. Some of you that are looking for the terminologies, you could see what terminology means. If they say smart, if they say cinematic, if they say creative, if they say bookie, say macro, illustration, 3D render, and all that, moody, portrait. So this gives you an idea. What style are you talking about? I'm not going to choose any style. This one equally gives you the are you doing it for a portrait or a landscape, or equal like a square, or 4 by 3 or 3 by 4 or 2 by 1? You can see. So the aspect ratio is equally set. Now, if you want to go back to those 5, all you need to do is come back to this image and click on X. If you click on X, it will close the image and bring back the other one. If you click on design, design will remove, okay, everything. You can see under design, social media, presentation, marketing, um, card invitation, logo, and all that. If you click on the X in design now, it closes everything. So just like that video, you can see every what would I call it? All the options under each of those categories will appear, by the right hand side. So the style of the video and all that. So lighting, you see different lighting and everything. So this is equally where some of you can learn the ideas that you're going towards. So let's go to image, because we started off with image in last class. So you go to image. I don't want to put anything. I dropped like a prompt, okay? Because some people are still struggling with prompts. I dropped a prompt in the chat. I don't know how many of you have seen it. So that's the prompt I'm going to use here. And I'm going to paste it. What does this prompt say? A futuristic office workspace. Okay. Now, let me just remove this. Okay. So I now say a minimalistic, futuristic office with holographic screens, glass walls, soft neon blue lighting, and a African professional working at an AI powered desk, ultra modern, clean, cinematic lighting. So this is what I actually sent. Okay, let's see what it's able to generate. So like I said, the good thing about this is that it's going to generate not one image, but 4. Look at it here. It generates 4 images. So you could see how powerful this my prompt is. You can see what, if I want to do something, you can see the prompt I use. So anyone I want among 3 of them. So this one does 3 at it, that's 4 at a time, but WhatsApp does just 1. Okay. So if I take this to WhatsApp, maybe I can do that experiment and see what WhatsApp is able to generate. So I don't know. Those that have WhatsApp, maybe you can try it and post the videos. Sorry, the pictures there, but because we are running out of time. So you can see this is the first one. So there is not ever going to generate anything. You can actually edit it. You see, this feature is not possible in WhatsApp. Edit it, it can go take you to, where you can actually edit. Now, all those things you saw, element, blah, 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 blah. Okay, everything is loading. Of course, this Canva is an online something. You can crop it. Okay, everything is coming out. Okay, so the difference between this and WhatsApp now, this is a professional thing. So I can go in and can add text immediately. So this is not just, we are now moving away from image generating AI tools to image editing AI tools. Remember I told you that there are three: image generation, image editing, image analysis. So here we can add some elements to it. Okay. You can see the background. Okay, thank you very much. Ariemu Emmanuel have posted something. Okay, similar. Yeah, good. So you could see the difference between the one that WhatsApp and the one here. So that's where you see some picture. Imagine if I use this thing now to go and do like Code House, advert. So but people will say this guy is too much and everything. Yes, there you can see there are levels to this thing. Canva is built for this, WhatsApp is trying very well whenever I want to use it. So you can add text, can add heading, right? You can see add in, I say Code House Solutions Planet. I can say this is Code House. We have 3 minutes left. This internet is actually very harsh on us. So you can see this is Code House. So I can select it. You can change the color to white because I think white color will make more sense here. Look at the color here. Use white. So it's now white. So you pick the thing, put it here. So you can see if I'm feeling motivated on Monday, say Code House is this, the Code House, the future of technology. I just post it on Facebook, something like that. So that's it. Okay. You can see we can go back to when we are done. If you like it, you can always download your econ file. You're going to see anytime you want to do anything when you are done, either you down I can download it and then it tells you what do you want to, is it PNG or whatever. I like PNG, I will now download the thing. Canva is a bit, let nobody deceive you today that you need to do special design and all that. I can see the picture some of you are dropping. Esther, uh, Ohunayo, Sylvia Johnson, you know. So you could see. I hope some of you are beginning to enjoy this. At least it's beginning to give you something that makes sense. So we are going to actually continue. I don't know. Maybe we find another time to kind of complete this thing. We are going to deliberate with him wallet to see if we can, because we have a hard stop. Hard stop means I don't have option because there's another class that is going to start by 8:30. So that's it. If you go to home, like I said, let me now conclude in the next few seconds. If you go to Canva, you can even do a video clip. There's a video clip I did. Where is it? There's a video clip I did. I give a prompt. I say, Black Soldiers Homecoming. This thing. This is the prompt. Where is the prompt? I said a black soldier returning home to the family. Look at the fantastic this thing he gave me. Let me play it. Okay. You can see this video I generated it with Canva. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to draw the curtain here. For those that are posting this thing on there, I really appreciate. Thank you, Judith, and so on and so forth. So let's see. Imole, over to you.
Bye, everyone.